The morning's gentle light that had bathed Camille's warm embrace now cast long, uncertain shadows over Senghor's soul. In the modest comfort of their Rosedale Park home, the echoes of the previous night's chaos still reverberated. A mix of adrenaline, spilled blood, and a harsh taste of victory that left him restless, even as he tried to savor a rare moment of domestic calm. In the quiet of Rosedale Park, a storm brews beneath the surface. Over a sparse breakfast of toast and bitter black coffee, Camille's concerned eyes never left his.
You're miles away, baby. What's on your mind? Camille reaches for his hand as if to pull him back from the edge of a hidden storm. Senghor forced a smile, his voice light but betraying a guarded edge.
Just thinking about the day ahead, taking care of some business. You know how it is.
Yet, even as he spoke, a terse vibration on his phone shattered the fragile peace. The screen flashed a brief, chilling message. Heat's on you. Move now. Delta. The words struck him like a shot of ice water. Delta's dispatches were never frivolous, and the urgency in the note set his heart racing. Camille's eyes widened as she read over his shoulder.
What does that mean, Senghor?
Trouble. It means someone's trying to muscle in. And if we're not careful, it's going to come back to bite us.
Senghor hurriedly gathers his gear and briefcase. Putting on his bulletproof vest, his mind raced with possibilities. Rival crews, emboldened by their recent victory, a leak within his own ranks, or the ever-present hounds of the law sniffing for a trace of the blood money mafia. With a reluctant apology, he gathered his 2 Glocks 40s and a few essential documents, a battered briefcase holding receipts, coded ledgers, and the last vestiges of a meticulously built empire. With urgency, plans are set into motion.
I need to step out for a bit. I'll be back as soon as I can. Lock the doors, and if anything seems off, call me immediately.
Senghor assured her, though the tremor in his voice belied the calm he attempted to project. Outside, Detroit's rain-slicked streets bore the scars of the storm. The city, alive with neon reflections and restless energy, was a chessboard where every move could mean salvation or destruction. In his sleek black sedan, Senghor merged into the morning traffic. Every red light and honking horn, a reminder that in this urban labyrinth, danger lurked around every corner. Senghor arrived at an inconspicuous industrial building, a temporary safe house known only to the inner circle of the blood money mafia. Inside, tension simmered like a low-grade fever. Leroy, the lean-eyed operative with a knack for finding trouble, greeted Senghor with a nod, heavy with unspoken urgency, near a bank of monitors.
Bro, we got a situation. Our runners at the drop point were ambushed by a rival crew. They took part of the shipment. Nothing massive, but it's a sign someone's testing us, and word is the feds are already combing the area.
Rowe and Wolf emerged from the shadows.
How much did they take, bro? We can't be losing ground. Fuck that. We built this shit together. If someone's bleeding us dry, it's up with them, and every nigga with them, no questions.
Yeah, we can't let these bitch-ass niggas get too comfortable around here. This our city.
Not enough to cripple us, but clean work. Almost too clean. I'm thinking someone on the inside might have tipped him off.
There's chatter, boss, that a mole is feeding intel. The ambush was too perfect.
We've been loyal from day one. Death before dishonor, no question.
I'm ready to hunt down any traitor. They fuck with us, they pay the price.
Good, I want a full sweep. Find the leak and eliminate it before this escalates into war.
Senghor nodded slowly. Every stolen brick of cash, every carefully packaged kilo of heroin was a risk. A chink in the armor of the empire they built with blood and sacrifice. The revelation stung with the bitter tang of betrayal. Minutes later, a grim meeting was arranged with a crooked precinct contact known only as Slick. In a back alley conference room illuminated by the sickly glow of a single overhead lamp, Slick took a seat at the battered table with Senghor, Rowe, and Wolf. A forced smile did little to hide his jittery eyes. He knew any wrong word would end with a bullet in his head.
Senghor, word on the street is that one of your own might be feeding intel to these rival crews. That's likely why the drop was compromised.
Senghor's eyes narrowed, each word from Slick fanning the flames of his mounting suspicion. He leans forward, voice low and dangerous. Keep this between us. The last thing I need is the feds circling like vultures over the mob.
Bro, if it's one of us, we need to know who, and fast. We can't have traitors endangering our entire setup.
I'm sick of playing nice. We'll flush them out one way or another.
I'll handle it from here. Slick, make sure no one else hears this conversation.
The meeting ended with promises of discretion, and with every promise came the risk of further betrayal. Slick nods nervously. The room dissolves into tense silence as each man processes the implications. ROE and Wolf are reviewing data on a laptop. Their faces are set in grim determination. Retreating to a quiet corner of the safe house, Senghor allowed himself a moment of introspection. He pulled from his jacket a faded photograph of a younger him alongside Aunt Rose, a relic from the days when his ambitions were pure, untainted by the bloodshed that had since become routine. It was a relic of hope, a reminder of a time when every decision hadn't been a wager with fate.
We built this empire with blood and sweat. We can't let a snake ruin it now. Fuck that.
I saw someone acting off during the last drop. I don't like surprises, boss.
Loyalty is our lifeblood. Whoever betrayed us will pay dearly.
The phone buzzes again. This time it's a video call from Camille. Senghor answers and her tearful face appears on the screen. Senghor, I heard something on the news. What's happening?
Senghor forces a smile, though his eyes betray the turmoil. I'm working it out, I promise. But you need to stay safe. Lock the doors, and if you see anything strange, call me immediately.
Camille's eyes fill with worry. I love you, Senghor. Just don't let this consume you. I can't lose you.
Senghor gives a reassuring nod. I won't, I promise. He ends the call, glancing at RO and Wolf. In that brief moment, the weight of his double life, of stolen millions, shattered loyalties, and the ever-looming threat of betrayal pressed down on him harder than ever. The price of loyalty had always been high, and now it was being exacted in cold, harsh installments. Time to move out. We've got traitors to find and our operation to protect.
We're with you, bro, every step of the way. Death before dishonor.
Let's make sure no one ever again fucks with the mob. This our city.
As he stepped out onto the loading dock, the chill of the early morning air did little to cool the burning tension in his chest. He could almost hear the city whispering its grim warning. A relentless reminder that in the world of the blood money mafia, power was transient and every alliance was fragile. With renewed resolve, Senghor set his jaw, determined to root out the betrayal festering within his ranks and protect the few precious souls he cared about. The skyline of Detroit, washed in the soft hues of a bruised sunrise, loomed in the distance as if to foretell the challenges ahead. Every decision, every move from here on out was a gamble, a wager on loyalty, survival, and the bitter cost of ambition. And as he merged back into the urban maze, Senghor could only pray that in this dangerous game of shadows and secrets, the only price paid would be that of the traitors, and not his own soul.